Hey there traders, welcome to another market update. Today is the 8th of April 2021. We're going to start off on Bitcoin here on the 4-hour chart. I'm just going to do a short-term update here. I'm not going to jump into too much of the details, just to give us a general direction on the market. So I'm going to start off on the daily chart here. The fact that we did close yesterday with decent volume below the 21 exponential moving average does make me think that we're going to test a little bit lower, perhaps even as low as $54,250 or even as low as $52,600. Those are my levels of structure I'm paying attention to. That was this previous little order block right over here. You can see it. This was a little bit of an order block. So I'm paying attention to this level definitely. And then obviously this was the previous order block liquid zone running through here. So those are the levels that I'm looking to take potential medium to longer term swing trades from, if we can get entry reasons around there. But I do think closing below the 21 exponential on the daily chart with decent volume behind it does make me look for some short-term, medium-term downside for Bitcoin. Could we come back up to the 10 simple moving average around 58,000? Yes, I do think so. That's fine. Our stop loss is at 58,979. Let's call it 58,980. So it wouldn't be a problem if we did pop back up there short term and then continue to the downside. Again, this is looking a little bit more bearish to me shorter term than any kind of bullishness. Closing on new lows here, making our first lower low than our previous low. There's our first lower high than our previous high. So this is a reversal in trend on the 4-hour chart. Again, that's the reason for our short entry around 57,124. Looking for this one to make its way down to the 200 exponential moving average around 55,243. And then we'll reassess from there. I think perhaps we do see a short-term bounce around this area, or even we get picked up from this area and we just continue to the upside. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But for now, this one looks overall constructive. We do see a little bit of an increase in volume here from the buyer side, but that's nothing to be worried about just yet. It's not an increase in volume to change behavior here. I think this is probably just profit taking from the shorts up here. Okay, so that's it for Bitcoin short term bearish, Ethereum short term bearish. Wanted to buy yesterday if we did pop back up here, never got the buy. So definitely now looking for this one to melt its way back down. My next level of structure that I'm personally paying attention to is around $1,870. You can see it right here. Let me just put this level in here for you guys. There you go. That's the level I'm paying attention to. I do think we're going to see some short-term pullbacks here. Perhaps this could be a potential short opportunity right here where we are, but I don't want to short this one just yet unless we do break below 1930, let's call it that. So this level of structure right over there. Okay, so Ethereum still bouncing off that level. If we break below that level, I'd be looking to go short. If we break above this liquid zone again today, I'd be looking to go long on it. Perhaps a pop back up to around 2105, somewhere around here, this previous high. But if we reject from here, I'm kind of neutral here. Short-term bearish on Ethereum, but I wouldn't be wanting to short this level of structure, not like Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a little bit more of a bearish note to it because we've been coming sideways the entire March. Ethereum is a little bit of a different story. We've got a different market structure. So waiting for this one to confirm to the downside a little bit more before we get too bearish on it. We can be bearish on Bitcoin, but not as bearish on altcoins, because while Bitcoin goes sideways and down, we can sometimes see altcoins explode. Okay, Bitcoin Cash, coming back to that level that we spoke about in yesterday's market update around this previous swing high. I do want to say this, we do have some serious bearish divergence playing out here. We do see some sellers jumping into the market with the spike of volume. So I would be looking for this one to pop back down to around 587, maybe even as low as 557. And that would be my levels that I'll be looking to go long from. Actually, this 586 is definitely a level that I'm liking quite a bit. Let me see what the daily looks like. Yeah, I would say this is probably going to be a level that Bitcoin Cash will be picked up from. At the very least, a short-term bounce from this level. If we break this level, I'd be more than happy to look for shorts back down to 520. Litecoin also starting to get a little bit of a bearish note here. A lot of sellers volume coming through here. Had a little bit of a short-term bounce yesterday from this level of structure that we spoke about yesterday. Now I would expect this to be sold back into just like Bitcoin and continue to the downside. This one is also not as bearish as the Bitcoin structure. This is more like in the lines of Ethereum, but I would then start shorting as soon as we break below $211 per Litecoin. That's when I'll start hitting the shorts, maybe aiming towards 188, maybe even 175, somewhere down there. Chainlink, Chainlink, this one's interesting. Some major bearish divergence here, popping back up, testing around the 10 simple. If we break below $31 again today, I'd expect to move back down to $28, but I do think over here we'll be scooped back up quite quickly. So this would be a buy opportunity in my opinion, and not necessarily looking for shorts here, but I'd be looking to go long from here. So we'll keep an eye on Chainlink as well. Uniswap, breaking structure here. I would actually be looking for this one to go short as well. Again, look at this market structure. It's a little bit more to the bearish side. There's our highs, lower low, lower high, and we could expect another lower low from this one. So perhaps we see a rejection from this level. This is a level that I do like. So if we can see a close back below this level again throughout the day, I'd be looking to go short on Uniswap, perhaps a sweep back down to these lows around $27, $28, somewhere around there. BNB also looking quite toppy. Again, major divergences starting to play out here. Seeing a decrease in volume as prices moving up. I would go short on this one if and only if we break below this liquidity zone right here, below the 55 exponential with some decent volume. We do see some sellers coming into the market here at this very point. So perhaps we're seeing a backfill, trying to stop out some of these shorts, over leveraged shorts, and then we'll continue to the downside. So any kind of break below this level, I'd personally be looking for a short opportunity, maybe even back down to 298, somewhere around there. Monero, also looking toppy to me here. You can see the bearish divergence is starting to accumulate in this area, this zone right here. So this one's actually quite an obvious trade as well. Any kind of break and close on the 4-hour candle chart below 250, that would make me short-term bearish at the very least to come back down and test around 231, 232, this little liquid zone right there. And then NEO, this is our last one. Also, again, major divergences accumulating in this area. So I'd be looking for a pullback a little bit deeper with this one. Again, targets around $51, maybe even $52, somewhere on this liquid zone right here. This little green box right there. That's where I'd be looking for this one to make its way back lower, seeing that we are building a lot of divergence plays up here. Those divergence plays can be negated as soon as we see a 4-hour candle close above our previous swing high. Then we will be bullish again and expect higher moves. But for now, I'm kind of more neutral on this one for at the moment for NEO. Short term, kind of sideways, maybe even up. It's very interesting, this one. So we'll see how that one plays out. So in essence, short term bearish on most of the market this morning. Looking for them to pop back down, maybe come and fill our orders down here for some long positions, trying to catch the rest of the move to the next all-time high. So let's keep an eye on this market. Trade safe, trade with proper risk management, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.